Hey guys, today our story is going to be Olivia the Ballerina by Farah McDougall. It is book level 4.0 for AR, quiz number 162983 if you want to take that test. Olivia and the other ballerinas in her class were lined up at the ballet bar, carefully practicing their pliés. It was time for Miss Melanie to recite the motto of the famous prima ballerina, Penelope Twinkletoes, just like she did at the end of every class. The secret to becoming a wonderful ballerina is to eat, sleep, and dream ballet. Have sweet ballet dreams, my little ballerinas, said Miss Melanie as she smiled at the dancers. They removed their pink ballet slippers and placed them in their pink ballet bags. Some of the ballerinas removed their tutus too, but not Olivia. She liked to wear her tutu all the way home. I wish I could spend the entire day at ballet class, Olivia said to Francine. You know what will be even better? Ballet class all day, every day. Oh, I don't know, said Francine. I love ballet too, but I'm not sure I want to do it all day. Think of all the other fun stuff that you would never get to do. Olivia could not imagine anything she would rather be doing than ballet. She decided it was time to take Penelope Twinkletoes' motto more seriously. I've made an important decision, Olivia told her mom later that day. In order to become a prima ballerina like Penelope Twinkletoes, I must eat, sleep, and dream ballet. That means I can't ever stop thinking about ballet from now on. Okay, Olivia, replied her mother, but can you start after you've taken William out for a walk? He's getting a little fussy and needs a walk before his nap. Olivia decided there was no reason why she couldn't do both things at once, take William for a walk and think about ballet. So after tucking William into the stroller, Olivia took him for a very special ballet walk down the street. 1, 2, 3 steps on my tippy toes. Stop, plie. Olivia, what took you so long? Asked Mother when she had returned home quite a while later. Sorry, Mom, I had to practice walking on my tippy toes, Olivia explained. Plus, I had to stop and do a plie after every 3 steps. But it was worth it because I never once stopped thinking about ballet the whole entire time. Very impressive, Olivia. But while you were gone, Francine called, and I'm afraid you missed your play date. Olivia felt a little bit sad about missing the play date with Francine, but she knew that prima ballerinas in training had to make sacrifices. That night at dinner, Olivia wasn't sure how to think about ballet while eating meatloaf. But then she had a wonderful idea. Let's speak French at the dinner table tonight, Olivia told her family. Penelope Twinkletoes speaks French, so if I speak French too, I will be thinking like a real prima ballerina. Father decided to give it a try. Passe-moi the meatloaf, s'il vous plaît. You like meatloaf? Said Ian as he scratched his head. You want gravy for your meatloaf? Olivia guessed. Father explained that he had asked them to please pass the meatloaf. Olivia frowned. This was not going according to plan at all. The next day at school, Mrs. Hoggenmuller read a story to the class. Once upon a time, there was a boy who had magic beans, she began. Excuse me, Olivia asked as she raised her hand. Is this story going to be about ballet? No, Olivia, replied Mrs. Hoggenmuller. This is a story about a boy and some magic beans. Could we hear a story about ballet instead? Olivia asked quite hopefully. No, not today, Olivia, said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. As Mrs. Hoggenmuller continued reading, Olivia began thinking about ballet anyway. She imagined that she would be a famous ballerina. And they lived happily ever after, said Mrs. Hoggenmuller as she closed the book. And now, for homework tonight, please think about the 3 things that you liked best about the story. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Then the bell rang and school was over for the day. It was time for soccer. Today, Olivia's team would be playing against the Webster School Wallabies, their biggest soccer rivals. The whole team was excited, but Olivia was thinking about ballet. Come on, Olivia, said Francine. You're goalie today. You get to wear the red jersey. Whoosh! A ball zoomed toward the net. Olivia dove for it and caught it. Her teammates all cheered. Olivia really loved being goalie, but then she realized she wasn't thinking about ballet at all. Then she had a brilliant idea. Instead of diving to catch the ball, she would practice her ballet leaps. Olivia stood in first position, waiting for the next ball to head her way. She didn't have to wait long. Soon a ball came zooming toward her. She raised her arms over her head and gracefully leaped toward the ball and missed it. For the rest of the game, Olivia missed every single shot. The other team scored 10 goals and won the game. The next day at school, Olivia apologized to her teammates for not doing a great job as goalie. They understood, telling her that everyone has a bad game sometimes, but Olivia still felt badly about letting her team down. Okay, class, said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. Let's talk about the story that I read yesterday. Who wants to go first? Olivia, how about you? Can you tell me your 3 favorite parts of the story? Sure, replied Olivia happily. She loved being called on in class, but as she tried to think of what to say, she realized something. She did not know what the story was about because she was not paying attention. All she could remember from story time yesterday was that she was daydreaming about ballet. Olivia? Repeated Mrs. Hoggenmuller. I'm sorry, I don't know, Olivia said sadly. After class was over, Olivia told Mrs. Hoggenmuller that she was sorry, and she explained why she was daydreaming about ballet. And so you see, I have to think about ballet all the time if I want to be a famous prima ballerina when I grow up, Olivia said. I don't know about that, said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. I wanted to be a teacher when I was your age, but I did not spend every moment thinking about it. I still did things that had nothing to do with teaching, and look at me now. Olivia looked carefully at Mrs. Hoggenmuller. She was definitely a teacher. Maybe there was a way to still be a prima ballerina, even if she didn't think about ballet all the time. Then she had an idea, a perfect idea. Olivia decided that she would simply wear her ballet outfit all the time. She could wear it while she was walking William, while paying attention in class, or while playing soccer. She really could wear it anywhere. So, Mom, that's why I have to sleep in my tutu and everything, Olivia explained to her mother later that night. Mother smiled, and she pulled the covers up to Olivia's chin. Good night, Ballerina Olivia. I hope you enjoyed the story today. So I want you to think about some of the activities that you are now doing while you're in quarantine that you probably wouldn't have done before. Also, I want you to think about some of the things that you're having to change up a little bit. Like if you used to go to gymnastics, are you able to do some gymnastics maybe in your garage or out in the front yard? Draw some pictures or write some stories about it and let me know. Share them with me. Hope to hear from you soon.